お前はズボーガン Ich will jetzt alle zu unterstützen bei der ganzen Gabe.
Not wet fart number 3.
The plot. Definitely lost the plot.
Gówno! Kurwa stary, ja to pierdolę, kurwa. Wypierdalaj.
Hey yo, selector, bring that beat back.
I think I'll let it there. It's fucking, it's 10 minutes long. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's, excuse me. It's still Christmas Eve for me. But for those that's already Christmas, Merry Christmas, you guys. This is gonna be a shorter stream just because it is Christmas Eve. I don't want you guys to be waiting for so long, for one. And I also have to spend time with people this Christmas. And you guys do too, so I'm just going to make this pretty short. I'll still try to be detailed with feedback. I'm away from home as well, so things like notes won't be such a big thing this time. I'll be back on my regular setup on the 16th, or the 19th, I mean. That's the next stream, which I'll be in my main setup, so until then, this will be the setup for like 4 weeks or something. It's just me on a laptop being goofy. Hope you guys don't mind. Let's get into the first submission. We got Avada. I really want to get a different mic for this laptop. I wanted something that is just like easy and portable. Fuck those fills. I like this. I would actually make those fills louder, honestly. I like these fills, actually. That was nice. Mixing is really good. Nice. Wow, very well mixed. I really like the arrangement you have. The arrangement is really sick. This would pop off in rhythm. It's crazy, man. You've gotten so good at writing rhythm, and you made this really interesting. Love the fills, a little wah 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 wah, and then like there's a little fill, and then goes into the drop. I like the fake outs. I like it a lot. Very nice. I think rhythm people will eat this up. I always think of the the one Deviate song where it has like a fucking like 16 bar fake out, and it's like wah, 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 wah. And it's just fucking nonsense, like bass nonsense. It's really sick. The only things I can think of to give feedback on, one of it is like just a nitpick and kind of my own preference. I tend to think claps that have more body with rhythm sounds better. I know this is kind of up to you entirely for creativity, but I think the clap sounds like too papery. Like it sounds like I'm hitting a piece of paper, you know what I mean? It's like very high in the top. And I mean, it works well. It's well mixed. It would be fine as is. I just personally think for rhythm, you do need some like mids in the clap that give it some body, because it just kind of hits more, in my opinion. But that is, like I just said, it's an opinion. It's really not like a big thing. But try it out and see if it sounds better to you. It's up to you. I'm just giving suggestions on that. One thing I think definitely needs to be changed objectively is the kick is really weak. I can hear it. It is mixed generally well, but it needs to be thumpier. I need to hear it louder because it's kind of ducking behind the low end of the bass. Like, if you made the kick just jump out a little bit more so the transient was more audible, even not even the transient, probably, like maybe the mids. You could just literally, on this kind of kick, I think it's like just a sine wave that pitches down. If you can literally like boost up the mids or the highs on the kick, whichever makes it more thumpy, I think that would just make it a lot more impactful, and it would just sound a lot naughtier. Not on a nice list, by the way. I don't know where to fucking put this thing. Where the hell do I put this? Whatever. I'll fucking figure it out, man. Anyway, I'll put it there. Fuck it. Yeah. It's just the kick needs a bit hit harder, and maybe the clap needs to be changed or something. But the clap is just a nitpick. Everything sounds really cool. There's one part in particular. Parts like these, where it's just like the bass just playing, it's doing its rhythm, but there's no drums. It's kind of like you're doing a fake out. I think if you added some effect on it, it would make it more hype. So like if you added, or if you, not if you add probably, but whatever synth you're using, you're probably using like combs or something, or flangers. If you can make one of the flangers like have an envelope or modulate up or down through the entire fake out, it would give it some movement, and then it also add extra tension, and it'd also just be a cool transition for the tone bass. Like you could artificially push one of the flangers really far down, so it sounds like it's like a delay kind of, and then it'll pitch up, and then once the drums hit, then it's at its regular position, if that makes sense. So some cool movement ideas I think could work and make this more hype. But other than that, it's really fucking cool. You're getting on the labels that I've been getting on. It's really cool to see that you're making it. Hope you can play some shows, because that's the next big hurdle you gotta jump over, is playing shows. But yeah, thank you, Avada, for submitting. Very good stuff. Next up we have Kaisel, so let's go ahead and take a listen. Hello, Shanks. Hello, Thunder. You're welcome, Avada. Oh, snap. cool. I feel like that's more of like a sound design showcase than anything else. It's just a lot of bass. If a cool little organ intro. But it's not really interesting in my opinion. It's like bass and note wise, it's playing dotted notes. These are really cool bass tones, sure. But it's hard for me to figure out like what you're trying to do. You saw the organ in the background. It just feels like the basses are added onto it. I feel like the song isn't progressing or changing direction. It's not building anything up. And the drop just isn't as much as a climax as it could be. Now again, your mixing is pretty good. I like the way your snares mix. Your drums are really big and boomy. Your bass are nice. They have a nice tone to them and all of that, but I feel like you're missing like a central idea. Your identity for the song is kind of lost. Other songs, I feel like you had a lot better of idea what you wanted. This one isn't so much the case. I just realized the song name is Turtles. Okay. Turtles. Yeah, there's not much really to go off of. It's giving early whip. Like you just kind of block things out. You kind of know what you want, but not the same. Not really, trying to figure out still. But, try to just take this arrangement you made, put it in a different area of the song, or if you're on FL, you can make a different arrangement, and test out things. Try to make something that has a better idea, that's more intention grabbing. This just sounds like a bass showcase, and there's not really anything to do with the song progressing. So, but thank you for submitting, Kaisel. Big boomy drums for the win, and I love. Your rim shots are always really nice, too. Next up, we have Basty with Black Hole Playable version 3. Wow. Thank you for the labeling. I feel like this isn't super impactful.
Black hole.
I think your sub is falling down just like too much, and it starts off a really high pitch, but it doesn't really settle down. It like settles at like 50 hertz, which is still like a G, I think. So it's not, you're not getting that really deep low bass that a lot of people crave, which not all songs seem to be really low, but when you have a sub pitch down like that, you're kind of expecting it. I also feel like your sub bass and the actual bass tone are clashing. When you have a bass fall kind of like that, you're kind of feeling like a really big sustained note of some sorts, like a wow, 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 wow. Some kind of cool bass, scream bass, growl bass, whatever. But instead you have these really short percussive basses that are like, so it feels kind of like clashing. It's hitting a C sharp, like down below. Might be just the overtones I'm hearing then. It sounds really high pitch. Huh. I probably am hearing the overtones. Because the G is like a perfect fifth above, so it's a harmonic, then yeah, I would be hearing a G. Well, still, the thing with the rhythm, I think, is also a big clash, just ideally. You can have a pitch bend on like the downbeat or every 8 bars or something. I think having it playing every half note is a little much. I think what's that one Murata song? Oh yeah, that one Murata song. I just kind of walked into that one, huh? It's like Decimate or something.
Music to be murdered by.
Nope. Fuck, it was uploaded by Dubstep Gutter, one of the weird ones that was uploaded by him. Oh, it was under Mastodon, wasn't it? Oh, Get Ready. Okay. This one.
Get ready.
You should probably use this as like inspiration for what you're writing. So this one's pitching down every beat, and it has like a primary tone to the pitch bend. It has like it's like a fucking square wave, but it still works because you're like kind of picturing that in your mind as like the thing is pitching down, and the little gun bass things in the background, the percussive layers are just in the back, you know, doing their thing. So you have like a proper layer for that sub bass. And this one, you just have the sub bass pitching down. So it could be that all you need is some kind of layer that is with the sub bass that is also like a bass, like a scream bass or something. your choice, but you would need to adjust your layers for that, of course.
Get ready.
Yep. That is, I think it's a good one to try. But yeah, thank you, Basty, for submitting. Everything else is great, by the way. Your mixing, mastering, layering. Your writing was also good, but I think you could use some adjustments and make it better. But that's it. So thank you for submitting, Basty. Next up, we have Bass Capture. I will feedbacking.
This hideous creature.
Spooky. Guys, did we forget it's Christmas?
It's so close.
Where's the jolliness?
that wreak havoc and despair upon anyone who dares to use them.
Okay. I also forgot. Okay. I should be reading the form things, but the last ones were like all of them anyways. This song. Okay. I think of a cool concept. This part feels really empty and you have a sub bass and like nothing's happening. You can add some drums here, it's okay. I think your build-ups are just, you botch them really hard. They're easily like the worst part of this song. Just because they're not making me feel like something's gonna happen. They're a little confusing too. They're also really empty. And it's just the worst part of this song. Like a lot of the elements in here, it's just the build-ups are really what needs the attention right now. That's like the whole thing. Your first drop. I don't want to sound mean, but this entire first drop sounded like it was a fake out. Like I heard this, like this convolved thing, or like a cabinet sound, and I was like, okay, it's gonna open up. It's gonna any second now. It's gonna open up and really hit, and it never did. I was kind of sucking myself out. Things you need to fix about this. That bass that you have that is really filtered, has a cabinet on it or like convolution or something on it. That needs to be brighter in some way. It can't just be the only layer that is a bass. I know you're going for like this guitar aesthetic, but guitars usually have layers and things that add high end with it, like a lead guitar or even like cymbals. Part of the drums will fill that space in, but you don't have cymbals playing really, and your bass just sounds so detached from everything else in the mix because it's so filtered and everything else is so bright and snappy. Like you also have this like white noise layer on top, and it just makes it feel even more disconnected because that white noise doesn't sound like it's attached to anything. It doesn't sound like it's attached to the sub bass. It doesn't sound like it's attached to that main bass. It's like its own thing, and it just sounds really weird. It sounds like you have three different things like playing in separate rooms, and they don't know what each other are doing. That's what it sounds like to me. You need to find a way to glue all of them together to make them sound more coherent and like glued together, because they're all separate and it just doesn't sound good. Honestly, I would just start by taking off the cabinet or changing the cabinet into a brighter one, or just adding a layer or something. The whole point is they need to be processed together and glued. That's really it. Fix the build-ups too. The build-ups are really, they just sound bad. Like, I'm sorry, objectively, the build-ups, like, I heard a clap kick thing. It's high-passed. And there's like, I don't know what noise is happening in the background. And then it speeds up like out of nowhere. And then the fucking kick comes out of nowhere too. And then there's a snare there, I guess. It does not do it justice for this drop. This drop has a lot of energy and just needs a better build-up. Like, you're totally blue-balling me. You also might be high-passing things too much. A lot of things that you have in the song don't have like a lot of mids, so it's just losing a lot of body with that. So, but that's it. Takeaways: fix the build-ups, fix the first drop, and fix the mixing on the second drop. But yeah, thank you for submitting Bass Capture. Hope that helps. Next up we have Bolt's Electric Chair, spelled really awesomely. Yes, I mean, that's a good idea. This was once feedback on sound design and song structure. Wow. is 3 years old, I guess. Oops. Wait, you just said I try to make tracks based on experiences. This track is named Electric Chair. Brother, what the fuck happened to you? Did you get convicted of murder or some shit and you were on death row and like you went through an electric chair? What happened? Oh my gosh. Dude, are you on death row right now and made this song? Or are you the executioner? Do you operate the electric chair? I'm sorry, that just made me laugh. Okay. It's gonna take a little bit for me to get over that. That was kind of funny. Executioner. You're the one that executes people in the electric chair. Oh jeez. I like this. It's mid-tempo-y. I think Rez, you know, if they were on death row or something, you could show them this electric chair. Who knows? But it's a good song. I like it. It's well written. Mixing is pretty good. It sounds kind of dry. Just in general, like the overall thing sounds dry. I think it's kind of what many people like, though. I'm not sure, but it just sounds dry to me. So take that as you will. One thing that I noticed about the song is the basses. They all kind of sound different from each other. I think this is a term I use a bit on the stream, is you should have a better sound palette. And that means like you have your arrangement of sounds, what kind of tones do you want. I think you have a wide variety of sounds, maybe a little too wide, so make the sounds sound like they're part of the same group. The one that stuck out the most to me was in the second drop. Like this one just stuck out like a sore thumb. It sounds so much different from all the other sounds, it's insane. Your sounds are like this really wet, gritty, artificial sound, and then other ones sound really dull and sharp. It's like they need to sound more similar and like they're had the somewhat same processing. I think your sub is also kind of weak. And as far as the things that aren't the drop, your intros don't really reflect that this is a mid-tempo song. I feel like if you're going to make a mid-tempo song, that kind of beat should be prevalent in the intro to kind of carry it forward. Like the really slow... That's like the motif you have here. I feel like it should just appear in the intro because you have no idea this is mid-tempo until the drop hits. It almost sounds like a waltz. Like bun dun dun 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 bun. That's not the drop is at all. The drop is it sounds completely different. So it has some of that identity in the intro, and then the drop will sound better. But yeah, everything else, pretty good. I like your writing. Oh my gosh, people are sending so many songs. Why is today like so popular? I'm gonna have to get through these faster. I just literally got 10 in the short time it took for me to feedback that. We got 99 voices. Drum and bass? This is your only track? Hey, bitch. No, it's not. It's your only public. I like the art. Holy fuck, that brass is way too loud. The drums are getting drowned. Okay, the high-pitched vocal needs to go. That high-pitched vocal was so unexpected. You should take that out. I don't think... I think the vocal was fine, just repeating whatever line. I think pitching it up is too much. You don't need to worry about variation with the vocal, I would say. Just take that out. What just happened? I missed something? Oh, okay. So it just immediately cuts to an ambient section. Okay. It doesn't need to be said, but you need a transition. It just sounded like I played a different song for a second. You have really loud jump up, and then your fucking dog passed away. Wait, we're just playing the drop? Okay, I guess that's the second drop. Show me the money, man. Okay. To put it bluntly, and don't be upset when I say this, it should be said, this track has a lot of issues. I don't think this song had many good qualities to it. I'll read them out in order. The song has a very poor hook. The arrangement is a mess. The mixing is all over the place. Your transitions do not work at all. And it's like repetitive, but also there isn't. It's like repetitive, yes, but it's not repetitive enough. Like there's not an idea that is repeating, that is like a motif. You know, it repeats once, maybe once every 16 bars, kind of thing. But it just feels like the same riff over and over again. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. It's like that doesn't have any variation, so it makes it boring. They don't have a repeating element that is consistent enough, but also varied enough. So it just sounds annoying to hear that constant riff playing all the time. So those are the things that are just need fixing, like, immediately. In my opinion, I think this song is something you should learn from. Instead of trying to fix all the issues that you already made, I think you should just go and make another song where you don't make those mistakes. I think, first of all, you should learn about structuring a song and phrasing. I think that'll come in handy a lot, and just get rid of all the headache with writing a good drop to begin with. Learning how to structure, you know, your intro, your verse, your build up, your drop. Not only that stuff, but like the phrasing within. So if you have your dotted notes in one section, you know, the next 4 bars, you might have 16th notes. First 4 bars might be like a sustained bass, while the next 4 bars might be a really percussive bass. You might have your riff at the start of your bar, so the first bar has your riff, or maybe the last bar, things like that, like phrasing, basic phrasing, call and response, things like that. You almost had some decent call and response, but it's just overblown by all these other bad qualities. Your mixing is also, I would put that on priority too. Your mixing is really messy. Your brass bass, your brass layer is way too loud. Your drums are really quiet. There's no sidechain. Your sub bass, I don't know what you're using for a sub bass. I don't hear it. I hear like the harmonics of one maybe, but it's just really high pitch. I don't know. But you need to get those things done first. And then your third priority should be trying to smooth the transitions, because there should be no song where it goes from really energetic jump up to my dog passed away and I'm gonna cry. Like, that is a terrible transition. I make a lot of videos and tutorials on how to actually structure songs and what you should think of. I use this idea of energy. You want your energy to flow. You don't want sudden drops in energy where everything just gets really dark like that. But yeah, my advice to you is take what I said, try to brush up on some knowledge of those things, and then make a new song. That's how you learn how to make music. You know, people's first songs aren't really released. They're just made to get things by. And for years, I've had a lot of songs that I've written that I've scrapped just because, you know, I made too many mistakes in them and they're not worth trying to go back and save. But yeah, those are my critiques and my feedback. So thank you for submitting 99 Voices. Hope that helps. Sorry if I was too harsh, but it is necessary for you to learn. Next up we have Thunder. And they just want feedback on mastering. Okay. And they say lack of clarity, too much mud frequency, EQ correlation.
You may take my life, but you'll never take my freedom. Promise to set yourself free.
This guy's dope as fuck. I would hang off him. Okay. You only wanted feedback on mastering, so I'll try to stick with that. Your mastering is really squashed, but this is, I would say, like hardstyle, kind of. Really heavy bass, distorted, loud. I get it. I think your drums are just too squashed, and when they go in the master, they're just even more squashed. And it's like pushing everything else down. So a lot of the other instruments and elements you have in here get lost. Like if I were to take my headphones off and listen to it from like a distance, I would just hear the drums. I wouldn't hear any other melodic or instrument parts of this, or even vocals. So I think it would be important to turn down the drums and let the other instruments at least have a chance to survive a little bit. You mentioned that your mix is really muddy. Yeah, your mix is pretty muddy. And there's a couple ways you can fix it, but it kind of depends on how you make your sounds. I know a lot of hardstyle producers, they use samples for like their kicks. It's kind of like, you know, you use sample packs and stuff for my drums or whatever. You could probably do the same thing with yours. So probably can't change it too much. If you are using samples for your kicks, you're kind of fucked. You don't have a lot of freedom to change your samples, just because that's how they are made, just very bluntly. Make everything in Serum 2. Okay, so you're in luck then. If you made this in Serum 2, then good for you. Because it would be really hard to change the actual sample. You would literally need to just change the sample. But since you made Serum 2, I can give you some help then. Your transient is too long on the kick. So it's too long, and then the pitch bend down, like the actual thump part, is also very long. And it spends most of its time just sitting in like the mids. So when you have the mids, it's going to sound really muddy when you have just a really long pitch bend. So I would say just make it tighter, make a tighter pitch bend, make it go a little bit further down in pitch, just a little bit, so it sounds more thumpy and less like donk, because it sounds like a donk, 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 donk. You want it to just sound really low. Yeah, got my alpha volume on like 1/4. Just turn the tension down. If you know what I mean, the tension knob, it like makes it into more of a slope. Just make it a steeper slope, and that should just immediately help. Other thing, avoid using too much EQ after. A lot of your EQ with these kind of kicks are going to be for like shaping the sound, the tone, and whatnot. But if you boost the certain frequencies before distorting to get those tones, it's going to drastically change how thumpy your kick is. And it sounds like maybe a disperser on as well or something. You kind of have that disperser sound to it. But if you're going to do that, distort the actual mids, like the 500 hertz area, 500 hertz, 400 to 700, I'd say, distort that area, boost that area and distort it. Avoid boosting anything in like 100 to 300 hertz. Don't push that too much, because even though it's your punchy part, it's going to make it really muddy. And if you want your bass to hit really hard, then I would say boost it maybe 70 hertz, and it'll be like a more steep slope with like a bell curve or something. And obviously turn them down a little bit. You don't need to absolutely blast them to where there's square waves, because it kind of loses tone. If you distort anything enough, it's going to end up like a square wave, and you don't really want that. Either a square wave or like a pulse wave in some way, but they're basically the same. So don't distort them too much. You do want them to have a little bit of dynamics, even though they're, fucking hardstyle kicks. Your mid bass that's doing the offbeat, that is just kind of really muddy by nature. If you want to make it less muddy, you can just basically EQ it and then distort it afterwards, make the sub bass hit harder. But that one is pretty simple. You're not doing any tonal changes to that bass. It's not really changing notes, so you can literally just EQ it and then, it'll sound better. But the reason why it sounds really muddy is because of a lot of even harmonics. So like a square, for example, a square wave is all odd harmonics. And what makes a square different from a saw wave is a saw wave has even harmonics with it. And so with that, there's just more harmonic content. And the saw wave will sound grittier and just dirtier because it has those harmonics in the low end too. If you have any control over that, turn down the even harmonics in the wavetable editor, whatever you're using, and see if that helps, because it should. You could just add a sine wave to the serum you have. If you have all the oscillators at 0% randomness, then you don't have to worry about high passing and adding a separate bass, because it'll already be aligned. So you can just add a sub bass to it, make sure the phases are aligned, and then you're done. That being if you don't have too much distortion on it. Yeah, if it's at 0, then just add another sine wave to it, and it should be fine. You could literally add another serum, have the phase at 0, and just add a sine wave and put in the same bus as being processed, and then it would work just right out of the box. And if you have any issues, you could change the phase. So you could adjust the degree angle, and then there you go. It's in phase now. So that's all you need to do. Don't need to do any fancy high passing or low passing. Just need to do that. But yeah, thank you for submitting Thunder. Cool song. Very dope. Hope that helps. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi. You are welcome. Got Cryptic next.
And then, what's a key point to growing up and maturing, would you say?
Oh, growing up when I was at home.
Yeah, like, what would you say is, like, a key part to growing up and, like...
Oh, yeah. Well, I had great parents.
Bro.
Absolutely great parents. They used to take us. My dad had always a boat, and we always used to go away every weekend, you know, with the boat,
Yeah.
camping and stuff, and, you know, he just really, really looked after us. Sometimes I think if I could only have that over
I feel like I'm intruding on like a
slam the door at the back, and she'd say, "Don't."
something I shouldn't be intruding on.
You know.
Maybe I said that I was fine this time, but last time I wasn't lying. This joy had a decline for sure. Seeds grow, trees grow, so do I. Don't miss the old me, I don't know why. Rightness in the...
Okay. Oh, thank you, Chevo. This is your mic is making me uncomfortable with this. You're too close to your microphone, so I can hear. It's like you're in my ear, like literally whispering in my ears, telling me bad things. And also, you like bass boosted it too much. It just, you know, it just makes me shiver, man.
Lot, West Rock Road Drive leads into the parking lot where I confide.
It can also be turned down a little bit too.
Got to sit on one of my pops, glad that we get had these talks for our time stops. Couple beers, couple wings on the joint down the road, no longer there no more. Smoke shot, perfect opportunity for me to pick up what I need. Smoke on my pain, straight to my brain, fears fade away. But tomorrow I'll be reminded of yesterday. Maturity ain't easy as you see it said. It's all on me, my homie, he the same age as me. I'm trying to get him to be successful. I'm watching out for my dogs like a keeper.
Whoa.
I didn't keep her.
Whoa, Mr. Subbase. Whoa, Mr. Subbase.
Opportunity for me to pick up what I need. Smoke on my pain, straight to my brain, fears fade away. But tomorrow I'll be maturity ain't easy as you see it said. It's all on me, my homie, he the same age as me. I'm trying to get him to be successful. I'm watching out for my dogs.
Whoa, Mr. Subbase. Hold on there.
Get him to be successful. I'm watching out for my dog.
That's embarrassing. Your subbase is unfortunately on the wrong note, and it sounds like it's off by just a half note. Unfortunate.
Dogs like a keeper, although I didn't keep her. Broke it off in August.
And that one just sounds wrong.
But if I'm really being honest, we lost it on this.
That sounds right.
How my heart broke, nor am
That one sounds right.
in the text, she expected me to stay. No way.
That sounds interesting.
Stay.
That sounds wrong.
No way, I hate the small things I can't talk about. I look in the mirror and see a younger you, but I'm not perfect to swallow in the deepest pocket. And while my life is first taught me to be safer and aware. Some of these people around me, they don't even care. That's why my circle's smaller, and I'm never open to share. Nothing even really matters, but now I'm open up to prayer. Anxiety from the substance had me gasping for air. I swear I never been worried to the day I started with abuse to the...
Yeah, I looked at your submission. You put it for other, and then didn't expand on anything. You just sent this to me for what? Did you even make... You probably did, because the sub base is off.
Substance, I gotta disconnect from reality. Get the rum in the weed.
Well, I'm not gonna get feedback on the fucking vocals, because I'm not a vocalist, okay?
Trust me, I'm on another leave. We be fine, and I know she never lying. Just straight straying through the motions on these open oceans, through life's contortions, whispering in my ear, saying sip more potions, smoke another blunt, run from the shadows, control the emotions, don't let out all the notions. A beach where we sit and smile, ruined by the waves. A frequency that's changed when I'm plugging in the game. A glimpse of total innocence, ruined by the age, the pressure of a forced smile and distance from self-shame. Drowning in a bottle and lighting up a flame. Return to certain things that we grow new. Been hard trying to water this seed, but seeds grow, trees go, and so do I. Providing the wrong nutrients to build sky high. Ta-da and voila, I'm going up Allah. Prescribed fire we burning. For this garden I'm yearning. For this garden I'm yearning.
Wow, man. Thank you for submitting. You should fix your sub base. I can't give you back anything else. So thank you.
You can,
That's your death wish.
but you can't hide.
Holy stereo bass.
The curse begins now. The curse begins now.
Okay. You want to feedback on everything, which is a little annoying, but whatever. Your sound design is honestly kind of boring. Like, I've heard this kind of sound design for Rhythm for a long time. It's literally just square wave, pulsing, flangers, yada yada yada. It's also being pushed really hard in your master. Your master is distorting everything. Your sub bass is too loud. You have a lot of mid clutter going on. Your drums are okay. The sidechain could be a bit longer. It's very stuttery. It sounds like a gate. your bass doesn't have enough variation for an A or B part. Your intro is very boring. There's basically no intro. It's just the sub bass playing. You need to have identity in your song. You need a motif. You need to have some kind of idea that repeats periodically in your song to make it stand up with other songs, which by far is really important for rhythm, because this sounds like every other rhythm song I've ever heard. That's just a plain fact. So please, just make it sound interesting. Thank you. Thank you for submitting. Hope that helps. Oh, we got Triboot. Okay. Booty pop, bro. Is this song to get freaky to? Wow, okay. Having sex with your paralysis demon? Cool. It's just fucking your paralysis demon, like, straight up. It's like you had a wet dream and you woke up, but you can't move. Okay, what the fuck? What was that dolphin fucking sound? What? Oh. Okay. Gosh, man. Yeah, this is incredible. You're being held back purely by sound design. Like, that is the 100% problem. You have a good idea, you have a good structure, you have your mixing is okay. The sounds you're using. We need to back up. Wait a second. And like every single sound you have in here is a miss. Actually, I take that back. You have like a ringing sine wave that's playing, which is kind of cool. I kind of fuck with the ringing sine wave in the background. But literally everything else sounds just horrible. It is horrible. I get the vibe you're going for, though. You're trying to do like a metallic, screechy thing. It's just you haven't gotten the sound to get that vision that you have in your head. Let me see what you actually asked for. You asked for mixing and mastering. Dude, I need to break the rules. The mixing and mastering is not the problem. Your mastering sounds pretty fine. It's not being pushed too hard, which is the easiest way you can make a mistake with mastering. Your mixing, sure, it could use some work. It's not terrible, though. Like, I assume this part you mixed? It sounds good. It sounds fine. I think your kick is too thumpy and it has a lot of... It sounds like it's pitched. Like, you put a stretching algorithm on it to make it thumpier for some reason. Just change the kick. Yeah, you did something weird. Your sub bass sounds weird too. Your sub bass sounds like it has a stretching element on it too. I don't know what the deal is. You can't just add a sub bass. Dude, what did you do? You need to have your own sub. Your kick needs to be just a normal kick. Don't do any weird pitching shit to it. And then that will immediately fix your problem with mixing, because it sounds weird because of that. Yes, your metal things are really high pitch and you could fix those, but I would just fucking completely change that. I wouldn't EQ or do anything. I would just rip its throat out and make it a different thing. Oh, man. An actual robot chicken and then a robotic dolphin. I'm sorry. I don't mean to make fun of these sounds, but damn. Hopefully this is a wake-up call. For sound design stuff, I guess I should give some advice. To get metallic sound, it's really easy to just use a convolver. If you can make literally any FM sound with like 2 solids or something, just put a convolver on it that's metallic. Some convolvers allow you to turn up the feedback. If you turn up the feedback, it'll sound more metallic. Or you could just do the Serum 2 thing where you turn up the resonance of, Combs filters, the reverb filter, all passes, any of those filters you can do, and it'll just instantly sound metallic. So any of those you can do, and you can make a better sound than what you have here. I'm very confident in that. So with that being said, thank you for submitting Triboot. Hopefully that helps. And next up we have Nishevo. Oh, that's saying that right. Holy shit. Okay.
Came back to the spot and I blew up.
Okay, this is one of the most ass-blasted songs I've seen tonight. It probably is, actually. Like, holy shit, this is a fucking brick. You need to turn it down. Like, it's way too loud, dude. There's no dynamics. Everything's fighting for attention. When you have your master this loud, it makes it harder for you to mix. Turn off your master, try to make your master sound mixed before you even think about adding a limiter or anything. It should always sound really big and thick and brawly. You can hear the distortion in the high end. It's like way too much. That's number one advice. Just turn this down and it should just sound better. And you can make smaller adjustments with mixing. Your kick and snare sound fine, but your snare sounds much louder than your kick. You should make them relatively the same volume. I can't hear any cymbals if you have any. I think it's important you should have cymbals. What do you say? What do you think about the sound design on the drop? I think the sound design is pretty good. I think it's just a little dry sounding. Like it could use some reverb or something to make it wider. It's very monocentric. And it feels very one-dimensional, meaning that I just hear like the tonal part, but there's nothing else, adding to it or making it more impactful. Like I don't hear a transient. I don't hear any high-end layers or even like a tail component. It just sounds like it's one sound, one dimensional, and you have your sub there, and that's it. So you could just add layers to it, and it would sound better. And the build up. First things first, when you have a build up, you want to take energy away from what is in the drop. So if your drop is very bright and has a very deep sub, then you want your build up to lack that. You want your build up to build up energy and build up tension. So that means simultaneously making things louder, faster, brighter, but also making it start off or end with that energy taken away in the first place. Because you want to add that energy, take it away, so there's tension in the pre-drop, and then when the downbeat hits on the actual drop, that's when all the energy explodes. You know, the point of the drop is to build up the energy, but also like trying to minimize the impact of the basses and everything. Once you're a synth, then yeah, that should be easy. Just add more synths for like a transient or tail or something. On the main processing chain, just add reverb or something to it, just a little bit amount, and make it really short, wide, and turn on dampening a lot. But yeah, that's all I really have to say for this one. So thank you so much, Nishevo, for submitting. Ready to review this one too? Okay, sure. I'll make this one a little bit quicker since you submitted twice, but it should be okay. Taco Bell. This has like the same exact problems. Wow. This song has pretty much the exact same feedback that I had. Very blown out, distorted master. Very overly pushed bass. One-dimensional bass too. I think your arrangement's pretty good, actually. I wasn't lost or, bored listening to this, so props for that. Sound design is pretty decent, just still need to add layers and make it more interesting. I like little ear candies, think of it as that. But overall, just pretty good. I like it. Good job. And this is the last one for the day. We have Broda Way. I just want feedback on mixing. So it's the last one for the night. And then this will be the end.
My heart can take the whispers. Stop, I said goodbye.
You're welcome to Sheffield.
Hush, I'm far away from fixing. Stop.
Yeah, you can send one in. That'll be fine if it's short.
Circling my head, oh my head. My dreams will never leave me, 'cause ghosts got nowhere else to be. I can't believe my luck. Right up, right up, right up to the end of time. Haunted by you in my dreams, you'll never leave me up.
There is a form you can send it to. You send it on Discord or on Patreon. It's free on Patreon. You just run as a free member.
My head, oh my head. Head, oh my head. Head, oh my head. Head, oh my head. Haunted by you in my dreams, you'll never leave me, 'cause ghosts got nowhere else to be. I can't believe my luck. Right up, right up, right up to the end of time. Haunted by you in my dreams, you'll never leave me. Up, 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 right up, right up, right up to the end of time. Haunted by you in my dreams, you'll never leave me. Up.
Okay, I think I got the idea. Your basses are very messy. They all kind of sound like they're layered over each other, but without much thought of where they should all sit in the frequency spectrum. You have a lot of lows that are just stacked on top of each other, which isn't really a good thing because you want the sound more centered and like they're all one unit. Your basses could also be a lot tighter. Your basses sound like they have a filter on them, but it's like really weak. I want to hear like a more structural rhythm to it, so make the filter more intense probably. If you hit exclamation point submit, then it'll pop up. Your mixing overall was pretty good. I think your sidechain is good. I hope you know what I mean by everything being filtered. It sounds like just too much happening with these basses. If you just have them filter with like an envelope or something, it's a lot better. You can even accent it too. You could use the velocity control on whatever synth you're using. Use velocity control, and then in the piano roll you can change velocity on every layer, and that way it sounds interesting on every single note. Okay. Alright, this will be the last one. For sure. And he says that his mixing is going to blow my socks off. You're very welcome. Also, check out my Patreon for stuff. Ooh, Krivy. Oh, you made this today? Nice. This is definitely made for like some vocals over it. Okay, so for mixing advice, your kick is really, really drowned, and it's a transient mostly that is suffering. So I hear the kick, I hear the thump that is from the kick. It sounds fine, but it's missing the transient, the little part of it. You should be able to boost that up so that it's louder. Yeah, and I was really gonna ask about the sidechain because it sounded like it was none, but it's fine. If that fixes it, then sure. But I need to hear the tick sound of the kick. That's really important to me. I kind of like your pre-shifted clap snare thing. I think you're pre-shifting the clap a little too much. It sounds like it's kind of separate from the snare. You want it to sound kind of together. Like, you don't want to make it sound like a completely deaf person is trying to keep up with the beat. So a little bit more on time with the snare would sound better, I think. And on the clap in particular, and so not the snare, put some reverb on the clap, really short reverb, and I think it would sound really good. Yes, we already got to it, Cryptic. Your hi-hats are really flat, so they're really short and noisy, and they don't really have any definition. Like, there's no stereo, they're not panning left or right or anything, or doing anything kind of fun. They're just sitting in the middle playing, you know, a basic beat. So I think if you can make those hi-hats stand out a little bit more with panning or velocity controls or something, make it more lively, I think would go a long way. Not a live snare, sure. It's not a live snare, but you can always have samples that are better in there. But sure. I feel like if you were given better instruments and samples, this would sound much better. Also, your chords. If you have chords, make those stand out more. Even some background layered super saws would sound really good. I think this works pretty well as a breakdown. could just have this breakdown with just a kick playing, and that would be it. That'd be a cool idea. But yeah, thank you all for coming by. I know it's Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas to you all. But this was supposed to be a short feedback session. It kind of turned into like a regular one. But thank you guys for submitting awesome tunes I heard. Really happy to see you guys getting better at music. I literally see regulars come back and they get better every single week. So really cool to see, really inspiring. What I say about your song, you should be able to rewind it, I believe, or look at the VOD. So after the stream ends, you should see a VOD and be able to click on it and view it and shit. But yeah, that's all for today, guys. If you are interested in staying and getting more feedback on my Patreon, I do this every week. So next Wednesday, I do another stream, 5 p.m. EST. I'll put out a Patreon form for you guys to submit. I also just look at the tiers I have. I make samples every month. I do production videos every week. Anything you guys want, I make samples. I make presets for you guys. It's all up to what you guys want. So, with that being said,